feeling at like a spinal level what it means to be breathed by the universe. I have all the energy and more than I used to. But I find myself not even caring about eating. Now, having been through it, if I had to sum it up in one word, it would be awesome.
I learned from you how to trust my body, listen to it, live within it, let my mind cooperate with my mind. So that for me is a very significant change.
Just feeling so free, it's amazing to feel that freedom.
Feels like it's truly like the end of suffering.
No tengo un dolor. El ojo está flojo y lindo y por vos sos grande, 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 grande. Tienes energía, me diste mucha energía y mucha fuerza.
The mind has seen how I felt we all truly, utterly create our own reality. I was just amazed by the amount of light that he transmits.
Is the source of infinite possibilities in which miracles become reality.
So amazing.
Hey beauties!
Here we are, loves. This is the chat. Perfect. We can read your comments. Welcome. So happy that you are here.
Yes, so good to be back with you. Oh, and for those of you who are new here with us, welcome. And for those of you who are coming here again to be with us, we are so happy as always to be with you.
Welcome, Margareta, Asa, Daphne, Blessing.
Hi, David and Dr. Pramod Kumar coming from India. Hello from Sweden, Asa, and Daphne from the Netherlands. Mwah. Hi, Ivan and Livia, Marianne, Ilse. Amazing to be with all of you beauties. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us today.
Yes, we are here. We were going to the gym after sharing with you guys, so we are ready for it. That's why you see us in sporty clothes. But yeah, we are super happy to be with you guys. We are back in California. As you might know, if you live on planet Earth, you might hear that there was amazing fires here in California, and actually it was near our home.
Yeah, it was really scarily close to our home.
So we had to be evacuated. That's what the warnings told us, and we went to some family for 2 days,
Yeah.
And then we went to Lake Tahoe, so we can be fresh air, more quiet, because it's still, even being not so close to the area, but still close to the family in Novato, still the tension of the fire, the
also
people was the anxiety of all of it happening. So
there was no electricity, we had no water, and the fire spreading, and the heat and the winds. It was pretty chaotic and big experience.
So we decided to channel all that energy and go to Lake Tahoe.
Yes.
And be there in nature, breathe powerful energy. We were able to make some new videos. And just to share also awesome content via YouTube, and as well just to be with our kids, family, connecting again. In this kind of circumstances is where you have to be more close, more together, so that the appreciation of what we really have is tangible. Because in that moment, when we have to evacuate, we just left everything, and and maybe thinking that potentially the house can be burned, you see, because it has happened before that you think that it's not going to happen, but it happens, mostly in this area, okay, because all the redwoods, and California is famous for the fires. So it's good to appreciate that what you have is family at the end of the day. You know, what you have is yourself, your family. You have your own talents, your own gifts, beyond any possession that you might have, material possession. What you have is your talent, your family, from where you can create everything. Because if you have talents, you are smart, you have love, family, and all of that somehow guides you to continue and to regain everything from scratch again. And that's what we were also sharing with Camila, and it's just beautiful. But now we're back and everything is okay.
Yesterday we came back, yesterday evening. We're just getting home after being away for a week. So yeah, it feels so nice to be home, to have our beautiful home to come home to also. And so even that is like, wow, appreciating everything so much. And we definitely learned a lot with our children. It was, well, in the moment, it was kind of a scary experience. You know, we really tried to just make the best of it, you know, and be as sharp as possible in the moment of needing to make decisions, and also keeping our kids safe, and in the moment also not too worried about what's going to happen, what's going on. And so as parents we learned a lot.
But also we're there to prevent, because
that was our
we felt that there was, you know, that it was happening, it was getting close, so there was like the sixth sense that told us to leave a bit sooner than the rest of people, because we were seeing that the fire was growing, so somehow we felt that it's time to leave, and we just had the decision and we left. And right away the warning was sent as soon as we left. So all the, you know, the traffic and all the cars, you know, and the crashes, because even though we saw a few crashes, because people is excited in those situations, and you had to maintain your peace, you had to maintain your calm, so that you can reach the next destination in those kind of circumstances. But it was good for us to realize how good it is to prevent, to not wait until the danger takes place, because we also saw some people that were like, no, we are not leaving, we want to stay here, you know, we want to be here until the fire is, you know, in the backyard, you know, and then you know, there was a lot of smoke in this area, there was a lot of toxic air, so
and debris, and you could see the ash falling like snow. It was a kind of apocalyptic
not a thing that somebody like that, but just experience, you know, experience to learn.
But we definitely learned to prevent.
to prevent, and also for you guys,
danger,
always stay in the safe zone before the danger occurs. Always choose the safe zone.
That's a really big thing, though, because we know in that moment we had the opportunity to either stay home and wait until maybe 3 a.m. when it was going to be mandatory to evacuate our house. We knew it was going to happen. And so that's the thing, like life sometimes gives us situations where we think like, I'll deal with it later, I'll figure it out later, you know, and then the moment comes and you're totally caught off guard. And in this case, there would have been more people, more traffic. Who knows if the fire's like right there and you can't get out of town. So it was really like a safety type of decision that we had to make. But we definitely see how that applies to a lot of life circumstances, you know, of not waiting until the last minute to just think ahead, you know, think ahead and be level-headed, be smart about the decisions that you have to make. So it was a good opportunity to learn and also teach our children that lesson, you know, try to make it a learning opportunity for our family. Yeah, so I think we did. We all learned and we're all home and happy to be home and really excited for the next steps and this amazing event that we have coming up this week.
Yes, and to be with you guys as well here to share all about the upcoming 8-day pranic breatharian evolutionary process that we're going to share online next Saturday starting at 8 a.m. We're going to be fully immersing ourselves together from all over the world, creating this kind of electrical pranic network of this high vibration that is going to envelop the planet. This is what we're going to do. It's beyond just me and you sharing a process.
Yeah.
It's something that is planetary, because we all are now 43 people sign up from different parts of the world. And imagine all of us connected in this amazing process of evolution, like a network of light beings. It's just electricity.
Yeah, it's so powerful.
And everybody that is going to be also following us, because we're going to be, publishing, just post about how it's going on, how it's evolving. And people, just by knowing that we are doing it, they are going to feel inspired. They're going to be like awakened towards the possibility. Is beyond us. And actually, I want to, at the end of this webinar, I want to send you the link for you to watch the channeling, the astrological chart channeling that was done by Michelle Karen. She's a channeler and an astrologist from the United States that also she channels Cryon. And she did a channeling about the 8-day process, what the process is for humanity. And it's on YouTube. You can look for Michelle Karen on Akahi 8-day process. And she has a full, her voice explaining what this process is for all of us. And it's tremendous what she talks about. Anyway, now we are here and we want to talk exactly about all details of the process.
Yes, I also want to say hi to everybody here on Instagram with us. We have connected you to our chat. I'm so happy to see all of you. So thank you for joining us as well.
Oh, yes, nice. We are multiple parts of the world connected. Instagram, via Camila's channel. We are here also in Webinar Jam, giving a webinar for people all over the world that has signed up for the upcoming 8-day process that we're going to share, a process of conscious breathwork.
Yes.
And now we want to gather just to respond all questions and to share about all the details of this event. Okay?
Yes.
So how we start? Let's start first of all about what truly is breatharian, isn't it?
I think that's a wonderful place to
Yeah.
start. Yes.
So we both can explain this at our way because it manifests in different in each person at its own way in the benefits that it offers us.
Yes.
But breatharianism in essence is being connected through the breath to the energy source, the universal energy that is also called prana, chi, life force, that has been in all cultures of the world, written, preached, talked about it, is the same. Through the breath, we learn to activate our energy centers so that they can recognize prana more easily and take full advantage of all the chemistry, all the energies, all the forces that are in the breath. And we're going to do this for 8 days. And as we do this everyday sessions, our energy field grows, expands, the senses get amplified. For you, it's easy to recognize the energy around you, within you, and you become awakened to the realm of energy. So that's what we do as we become breatharians. We enter in the realm of energy because we have purified our energy centers to become more subtle, more sensitive to the prana. And as we understand the sensibility, we begin to master the sensibility, and we are able to perceive energy all the time and take those energies as our nourishments through the breath. You want to share what is breatharian for you, Cami?
Yes. So to go off of that, I definitely agree with all of what Akahi shared. This state of connectedness through the breath, it can sound super spiritual, super energetic, ethereal, but in reality, it's so practical. It's something so natural for each one of us as human beings. To give an example of why, when you are born, when every human being is born, the very first thing that we do even before we cry, even before we breastfeed, even before we open our eyes, is breathe. We take one deep breath, and that often activates the cry. It often activates the eyes opening and that alert state. But in that breath, our whole life here on earth is activated, because before that, our lungs were not breathing. We were in a whole different environment inside of the amniotic fluid, being nourished through the placenta. But when we're born, all of that changes, and it's the breath that changes that. And it is that mechanism that activates in that moment that continues steady, stable for the rest of your life until you take, your last breath in this human experience, this human body. But this shows us how important that mechanism is, that beyond receiving, basic energy, nutrients, oxygen from the breath, we are also being stimulated through all of our body systems every breath we take. And so our brain depends on the air, our heart, our lungs, every one of our organs, the immune system and how strong it is and capable it is also depends on that mechanism of the breath. And so for me, the breath is just this primordial, innate capacity and even necessity to continue being strong, being alive, being full of energy, being vibrant, being creative, being active. The more you breathe, the more capable you are in your life, the more energy you attract to yourself, and the more abundance you can experience, abundance in all ways. So the breath is that basic human mechanism that keeps us connected to the source of life. And that influences into every aspect of our lives here, in our humanness, in our spirituality. The breath connects everything. It is a bridge that can, if taken to its full potential, activate amazing, limitless states inside of us, of health, freedom, abundance, happiness, love, just everything that we want. We can have it by being in a great relationship with the breath. And so for me, that is breatharianism. That is it beyond any other thing. It is that connection to the breath and the everything.
Yeah, and that's why also many masters around the world, like all the yogis, the greatest yogis like Yogananda, Buddha itself, they all were into the breath work, and their books, their stories, they talk about how powerful the breath work became for their self-realization. And as well right now, science is showing, actually through our dear friend Wim Hof,
Yes.
Wim Hof is an amazing being that we have met him 2013 maybe?
Yes, it was the year.
We had some videos with him on YouTube. And we met him before he became so famous as he is now.
Yeah, we did.
But through him, we have seen how science is discovering the immense power of the breath. And the same technique, a similar technique that we have been using also in our trainings and in our lifestyle, that is similar to the technique that he shows in his courses that we have also participated in.
When we got together that day, we were like, let's see, what do you got? We were like, yeah, what do you got? Let me show you what we're doing. And we did our techniques and we were like, what? They're so similar. And we just have never known each other or shared any kind of experience.
Wow, Wim is an amazing person though.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned, through him, we have seen the impact and how science is like, seeing Wim as a pioneer in bringing the benefits of breath work, not just to face the cold, but also to boost the immune system. And as well, we have done some experiments. In my case, I did experiments in the Netherlands to measure my brain waves. I was set with a helmet with different sensors in my brain and computers connected. And I did 4 experiments. First experiment was to quiet my mind, to see how my brain waves alterate through the breath. The second experiment was a technique that I have to reprogram unhealthy memories and to see how the computer captures my brain waves while doing the technique of reprogramming the memories. Third experiment, it was the experiment in which I did the dynamo breathing, that is a conscious breathwork that goes faster and faster through the mouth, super fast, and to see how that alters the brainwaves. That was amazing. And the fourth was just praying, myself praying for the peace of the earth, but really like in deep state of meditation, because as you breathe, you connect, and then praying from that state is incredible. So the computers capture all of this, and it was incredible because they found through me the state of hypercoherence that they have been wanting to discover. And as well, there is a video on YouTube about that experiment that you can watch. You can look for Akahi brainwaves experiment. Yeah. And as well, we did also experiments with the GDV technology.
Yes, we have done lots of those experiments with the GDV technology that captures images of the energy field and measures the amount of energy within all of the body's organs and systems, meridians, and chakras. It's a really complete way of scanning the body's energy and really understanding through numbers how the body is ranking, we could say. What percentage of energy the body is using, what percentage of energy it has accessible to it, and how that's manifesting in like each one of these aspects that I just mentioned.
Yeah, it can capture the energy of each organ, if it is also compensating from other organs. It also shares information about the left, right side of the body, the connection between organs, as well measures metaphysical aspects also, like the chakras, the meridians, the distribution of energy. You can look online for the BioWell device by Konstantin Korotkov. It used to be called the GDV BioWell. So just check it, and it's amazing technology. So we use that to measure before and after these techniques, and also the entire 8-day process. And the results are amazing because what we see is that even though we don't eat like normal in those 8 days, and normally the science will say that if you don't eat for 8 days, regular basis, and then maintain your diet, you're going to feel lacking of energy or tired, or you're going to enter in states of the body that are kind of in alert.
Strong detoxification type symptoms.
But what happens is that as we integrate into the fasting process that is very gradual and kind of in a wave, we integrate the conscious breath work that is fully connection with source in a massive way. This energy is like something that is sustaining all this transformation of the fasting that the body recalibrates and purifies in the most deeper layers. The energy is holding all of this for us to don't experience symptoms of detoxification in the way that science can expect that you will feel in those days. This energy is so strong that it keeps us healthy, alive, vibrant. And what we see in the studies is that there is never a decrease of energy. Before and after, there is never a decrease, even that people doesn't eat as regular while we are in the process. And what they show is that there is always an increase of energy. But how is possible that without eating for 8 days, there is energy increase?
For us, we are totally positive that it is these powerful breathing techniques that we implement and incorporate and really create a foundation with during the process. Because you can, and maybe some of you, have you ever fasted before? Have you ever done like a water fast or a juice fast, or have you ever dry fasted? And so think about, like, if you had any symptoms of detoxification, did you feel like weakness or dizziness, lightheadedness? Did you feel like nausea, headache? Those are really common symptoms of detoxification, and they're not necessarily bad, because it actually shows that your body is working to release toxins. But what we've seen, and what also so many of our participants are really surprised with, because they have oftentimes tried fasting before, have some sort of experience with fasting, that those symptoms that maybe in a regular fast were on a scale of 1 to 10, like at a 10, those symptoms are definitely not higher than a 5, and usually always below. That the intensity and even presence of those detoxification symptoms is so low and oftentimes not even present, which is remarkable because you can say, like, well, really, what is the difference? What is so special about those techniques that makes those detox symptoms just not even be present? And it's what we're explaining to you about the power of the breath. In a regular fast, you're just basically not eating or not drinking, and there's pretty much nothing more to it. Here, we're learning to access a whole nother abundant, infinite source of energy through the breath. And it's nothing external to us. It's just putting into practice and really digging deep into this mechanism that you have inside of yourself and exercising its potential. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the more deeper you go into the breath, you will unlock new levels of your inner power. And that's what this is all about. But imagine 8 days. But the thing is that also these techniques are not like pranayamas, regular techniques, or like basic techniques that you can learn via books or videos on the pranayama classes. These are techniques that we have created for years, and every training, every group that we teach, we refine them, we create more, we just assemble them in a way that they are so easy to follow, and they have specific targets in the being to aim in each session. For example, the first session is going to be aiming towards healing your mind, your body, your emotions, and your soul. But it's like the main targeting of the session, and it's very precise, step by step, and you participate in the session. That's the awesome thing about these techniques, that you are part of them. You are in control of the experience. So when you come out of the session, you know what just you did in yourself because you were in control of the session. It's not like hyperventilation or like reverting, that you have to have a person that is taking care of you because you can over oxygenate your brain and then, kind of fade out. This is something super safe because it's relaxing sessions of breath work that you participate and you take control of them, and you are who goes deep into your mind to heal those, release those unhealthy thoughts. You is who go deep into your emotions to work and relieve those unhealthy emotions. So when you come out, you know what you just did, and that is empowering because you feel that you can do it again, and that's what this process does. Builds this state of empowerment and control that you can have and manage whatever happens in your being.
Yeah, I think you really touched upon something important here, which is now like the self-healing part of the process. I've seen recently, like Instagram is really amazing because it connects you with people all over the world. Like a lot of people talking about breath work, and showing photos and videos of them doing breath work. And what I always see is like a lot of people in a room crying and people like touching them, and we have been also recently in an experience where we were invited to a breathwork conference to give a lecture, and we saw that too. It was so vague, the session, and the people who were guiding were also kind of like not really leading towards specific points. It was more like release, cry, and it got kind of intense, and then there was not really any closure, and so people were left kind of like shaking and breathing and crying. And so that's not at all what we're doing here. Each session, each technique is so precise. The steps are so precise that they will lead you to a specific destination that you will also be in control of. You will know what you're headed to, and then you will receive the outcome, and you will also find closure in that. All through the breath, all being guided by us very gently, very safely, But that's why you can do this from your home. You can do it, of course, with us in person, but this is why we also offer this way of sharing like we are now via live webinar, because these sessions are so beautiful and you take control of the session yourself, that you always feel in control. You don't feel ever out of control or after the session like what just happened. You know, and you feel peace and you feel safe within that, because the mind is also able to comprehend what's happening. So while it does touch upon mind, emotions, physical body, and soul, we are so precisely reaching each one of those steps through the breath and through, like Akahi said, these sessions that each time get more and more refined and precise and beautiful, really.
Yeah. And the second session that we also share in the process is one that is focused fully into boosting the amount of life force in the body. It's like really charging your inner battery. Yeah. Because we have seen that people gets depleted as the ages progress, you see, and also depending on the amount of food that people intakes, they will waste a lot of energy digesting, and they begin to age in a short lifetime. So we have created a technique that is designed fully into revitalizing, recharging your body battery to overflow, not just charge it, but overflow. So it's abundance. And from that overflow, the healing takes place. Because we have seen in these sessions really healings that are beyond our anticipation, beyond our preconception that that's possible. People that have, bones that are out of misplaced being readjusted just by the pranic force that is so strong. And we have seen people that have chronic diseases that have been healed, like chronic pains, respiratory problems, many,
Asthma,
you name it, so many, wow.
Yeah. Remarkable like illnesses or hereditary illnesses that we see also as opportunities to heal a person's lifeline, because oftentimes those pains or those illnesses that people are dealing with are coming from some sort of emotional source, some sort of memory or trauma that they experienced maybe in childhood, or that maybe their mother or father or grandfather or parents. And so we see so much how by healing on an emotional, psychological level, that the physical body also upgrades immensely. So these pains that people have classified as rheumatoid arthritis, we have seen so many
cases of people healing that.
Yeah, with extreme pain, coming to the retreat in extreme pain.
Camila, one day actually there was a woman that she was in a wheelchair, remember that now she lives in Costa Rica. She has a son now, and she's married and everything. That's an amazing story. I have some also amazing stories.
We just have a lot of
we have so many stories about healing. Oh my god,
the topic of healing, we have we have like a catalog
of stories
that we could tell you of just diagnosis being reversed, infertility, arthritis, cancer. There's just really a lot.
Because it's years that we have been doing this, and thousands of people, because groups and groups and groups all over the world. So
we see also a lot of generational traumas being healed, or past life sort of karmic contracts being healed. And this is also something really powerful and really beautiful, how we watch people recreate their stories, because sometimes you come into the event or into this experience thinking like one thing about your reality, but you can just through the connection to the breath and understanding all the different directions you can take your healing, you really start to see how you can take control of your life again. How the story that you once thought was yours, or what people told you and your family that you were going to be, things like that, you get to decide if you want to keep following that story. That's your decision, or if you're ready to recreate. And that's also what we see all the time, and what we ourselves experienced and a lot of years ago, which is why we're so passionate about continuing to share this work because we have experienced it ourselves and our life just keeps getting better and better. And so we think that it's important that everybody have these tools that are so natural, so practical to be able to all live our greatest, best lives.
Yes. So we are super glad that you have taken this step, that you are brave enough to experience something new, to sign up for a new experience that it will bring you benefits that you have been wanting to. And maybe you have been checking also testimonials from people in our YouTube channel or through our social media. There is already a lot of testimonials for people that have done the process. And right now, at this moment, is doing it because we have an online platform, our online course in which people is doing the process every day in different parts of the world. So you are going to be doing it with a big group of people and also connected with people that has done it before, that are cheering you up. And you are doing this not only for you, you are doing this also for humanity, for the planet.
Absolutely.
And what the ripple effect is incredible. Yeah. So I will recommend you again to check the video of Michelle Karen in which she talks about the ripple effect of this process in humanity. But yeah, so we talk about the sessions that we are, the sessions that we share. The first one is to really aim towards the purification of mind, body, emotion, soul. The second one is to really boost your energy. Also, you have coaching every day during the 8 days. You're going to have a coaching session at the beginning. As we gather, we connect, as we connected today via Webinar Jam. You will sign up. You're going to receive your link immediately every day, reminding you that we're going to start. And then you're going to join us, and we're going to give you the coaching about how the day is going to be guided. So we're going to tell you, for example, if it is the second day, if that is only drinking juices, we will tell you like, okay, today is the second day. It's going to be a day in which we're going to drink abundant juices of your favorite fruits, the fruits that you like to drink. So you have an awesome time drinking, isn't it? And also this day is good to allow for you to begin to think good ideas, put healthy music in your mind, take it easy, stop the doing too much thing, because normally, we are doing so much, and in the 8th day you begin to relax, and in the second day you begin to go more like, okay, now I am in the process. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to focus in what I'm doing, and I'm going to take it easy. So we're going to guide you towards that. Take it easy today. Be with yourself and be in your place. Feel comfortable with yourself.
Also, as the days go on, maybe you'll have things that you'd like to check in about in the morning before we get going. So the morning coaching will also be a perfect time, to talk about how you rested, how you felt the night before, or just anything that maybe happened in between our evening coaching and then the next morning session. So we'll have a beginning coaching in the day, in the morning of every day, where we explain all of what's going to happen in that day. But you will also, before each day begins, receive an email specifying, all of those details in a written form. So you can also always go back to that and check it out if you forget any of the info that we've shared.
And you can make questions in the morning coaching and also in the closure coaching. Yeah, we want to coach you and respond to all your questions so you can have clarity of every day, every step that you take in the process.
Yes.
Yeah. So 2 sessions of conscious breath work, 2 sessions of coaching. And in between these 2 sessions, you're going to have a break, a 1-hour break. So we're going to have at 8 a.m. our first coaching, getting together, chatting about how the day is going to unfold. We want to respond some questions, and then we're going to go to our first breathing session.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to finish around 10 a.m. Here in California. In Europe will be 7 p.m. And then we're going to have 1 hour of break for you to be in your place, integrate the energy of the session, let it settle into your being. And after 1 hour, we're going to gather again for the second session of conscious breath work to boost our energy to the higher level possible. And then after that, we want to give you some time to ground, to integrate in the closure. And we're going to continue together then for the next Q&A and closure coaching. Okay? And then is how the day is going to be every day during the 8 days of the amazing 8-day process, the 8-day Breatharian Challenge.
So yeah, for example, here in California, it will be basically our schedule from 8 in the morning until about 1 p.m. So we'll have a 1 hour break in between that from 10 to 11. So you can basically plan on having kind of that chunk of your day dedicated to the process. Of course, if for some reason, you can't make one of the live sessions, we do understand that it is a full 8 days. So you will receive all of the replays of every session that we do live together as soon as it's done. So you can then watch that on your own time and stay at the pace of the process, but maybe creating a schedule that's more convenient for you.
Yes. Also know that this process is about love. It's about being kind with ourselves. It's not about forcing us to achieve some specific goal or to become superhumans or to feed our ego. No, it's about the process to be the most truthful with ourselves, the most honest that we have been with ourselves, and to purify any layer that does not allow us to see how beautiful, how amazing, how good we are as human beings. Yeah.
So included that in that is also the process is not about stopping eating. So just in case that was in your mind, I wanted to say that very clearly so that you also know that the process is not also to teach you to stop eating.
No, it's not about it's just a fasting process of 8 days, and after this you are free to continue enjoying food as your body invites you to do so. You might feel that maybe your body wants to have a more healthy diet after the process. Your body wants to continue being pure, being healthy without all the overload of maybe toxic food. So maybe you want to feel inspired to do so, but that's something that comes from within,
Exactly.
not because you want to reduce or to change your diet. No, it's just a fragment of time, 8 days in your life to give your body a rest, because you have been doing so much all your life, eating, thinking, working, doing everything without having time for you to really release what is built up over. Sometimes it's heavy in the shoulders, in the chest. You feel heavy, you feel that you're overwhelmed or that you get anxiety very easily. It's because you are overcharged with stress. So this is 8 days for you to finally stop the train of life, to stop, so that all the passengers that want to leave the train, they can leave the train, because maybe they couldn't leave because you have been going and going and going and going without stopping.
Exactly.
So let the train stop for the passengers that energies to leave you, so you can continue with your life fresh, new, clean. This is what the 8-day process is.
And those passengers are like negative thoughts, behaviors, belief systems, memories, things that are just weighing you down and not letting you actually be in the present, in your best and most free, loving, happy state. It's all of those, that emotional and psychological baggage oftentimes that is the most heavy that people are carrying around. And it's all the stress that just continues to perpetuate. So when we talk about the passengers leaving the train of your life, it's those things. We stop giving all of that importance and we're able to fully come into the present.
Yeah, and if we see that we have to shake hands with one of those passengers so that our life continues in a good way, the process itself is going to give you that power for you to see that as a priority in your life, and the strength to finally, within yourself, make peace, shake hands with yourself and with any of these energies related to this experience, so you can continue in a good way. This process is very abstract because the energy of prana, the energy that is also called chi, life force, mana energy, is very abstract, is intelligent beyond our human intelligence, is universal intelligence. So it operates in a higher velocity, in a higher speed, because can do things in very short time. Readjustments in your energy system that can take place in short time. And sometimes people have to expend decades to heal a memory, decades to heal something that is stored in the memory of their cells. And in this process, sometimes the prana just see there is a shortcut. and it will go through the shortcut and heal you from that in seconds, because it's supreme intelligence that only when you are in the process you're going to be able to understand its power. Right now you might think like, wow, how is that amazing? And it is amazing, but when you are in the experience, when you're in the process, when you feel how it operates in you, and you come out of the session feeling like super aligned, you're going to understand that prana actually exists, and that is completely subtle, very kind, always towards wellness, and always adjust to you. So it's amazing. Yeah. And that's why all the masters of the world have talked about it, all the highest masters and all the most remarkable books of yoginess, and evolution of consciousness, longevity, meditation, they all talk about the breath work. Yeah. And there is basic techniques, but in our case, for so many years teaching and practicing since 2008, now it's already 11 years, living like yogis, but modern yogis that think in a modern way, how we can bring this to the people of this time, and not necessarily having to live in a mountain or to be isolated by society, but being in society, but having this consciousness, and through this experience of being part of society, refining this knowledge so that we can bring it to you guys that are also part of society and not living in the mountains or isolated, you know what I mean? So this is for all of us and for all ages. We have seen kids doing it. In Poland, there was these kids that they were not doing the fasting, but they were doing the conscious breath work with their parents, and the awakenings were amazing as well. And also we have seen people 96-year-olds that have done it in person with us in the Netherlands twice.
Yes.
96-year-olds, they do it and they heal. This person, for example, he couldn't walk because his nervous system was out of balance. I mean, he was 96 years old, of course, a lot of lifetime. But
for a long time, he wasn't able to walk very far distances.
But after the process, he was able to walk without the sticks. So things happen to every person. Yeah, he could. It was amazing. So this is just a little intro of the potential of the process. Yeah. But yeah, please, now is your time to make any question. We are here for you. We are introducing you. We have a keynote that we can show you as well with our work, what have been doing through all these years. And while we share the keynote, you can also type your questions. So when we finish with the keynote, we can respond your questions.
Yeah.
Okay?
Perfect.
And we're going to aim the Instagram phone towards the screen of the computer so they can also see some of the content that we have here. Okay? Okay. Perfect.
Thanks for joining us here, you guys, on Insta. Here.
Let's just exactly. We are stretching the tripod so that we can set it up and you can see our computer. This is just freestyling here. But when we do it with love, with good vibes, everything works out.
Exactly. Okay, perfect. Then I'll just do that. And I think you can see it. Excellent. Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Now you can see also our baby boy behind you. That little guy is going to be 9 years old on Wednesday.
Okay, loves. So this is breath work for the pranic lifestyle that we have been teaching all these years. And Akahi and Camila here, that's us, the founders of this work. Is it working, my love?
I don't know why the Instagram is totally closed.
Okay, just click it again.
Yeah.
And this is pictures of our work around the world, just a few pictures for you to check it out. We have been in so many groups, as I mentioned before, but we cannot put all of the pictures in one collage. So we just choose a few for you to catch all the work that we have been doing, and as well these expositions that we have been broadcasted by different media outlets around the world in 2017, we went viral, actually. Yeah, we went to all media outlets, New York Times, CNN, everything. And of course, people was like, is this true? Is this not true? So there was all the, polarities of opinions, but it was good because we touched the collective consciousness.
I think
it
we
was
really
the first time.
brought the word breatharian mainstream.
Yeah.
I think that we definitely did that. Yeah.
And of course, we have been invited to all pranic festivals,
Italy, here in San Francisco. You can see some of our earliest interviews.
This is earliest, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is Supreme Master Television.
And yeah, we have actually,
we just did a new one, yeah.
Yeah, we did our first ones in about 2008. And then we just recently, last year in 2018, we're back where we were in Taiwan. And so we did a new chapter of them.
And this is also another group. And this is what we also are teaching now, teaching people to do the same work that we are doing, certificating. We have another training that is called the Breatharian Healing Training, in which we teach the techniques for you to be able to do it to groups and to individuals. But what is this work connected? How this work runs is that are three powerful pillars that combine as a perfect formula to deliver the incredible, extraordinary benefits that only this process can give you. That is the conscious breath work that we talk about it. Fasting, you know how powerful fasting is. It's already scientifically proven the deepness of the healing that we can achieve with well-done fasting. But when you add our techniques of breath work, it makes a whole difference because we are connecting with energy, with the true source of life force that is going to be channeled through our bodies in massive ways that will realign, reconfigure our bodies towards well-being, because energy, prana, is the current of well-being. Its only goal is to create well-being. And when you connect with it, you experience well-being. And this is some of the we mentioned before that we have been doing some tests, isn't it?
Yeah, so we talked about the BioWell and the GDV technology. So these are some of the images from that same technology. And this is an image of just one day. So we were, I believe, this is after the full 8 days. Yeah, you can see at the bottom. So you can see that this image is measuring the amount of energy in the person's chakras. And you can see here on the left that they're pretty misaligned. There's a few that are kind of in alignment, but their size is pretty small. Over to the right, you can see how all of those chakras have been brought into greater alignment and their size is also greater. So this is showing how the energy of the chakras, these energy centers of the body, have grown. And they've grown because there's also been a profound healing that happened. But yeah, you can see that the alignment is at 90% after the process, and the energy index went up from 71% to 84%. So that person's vital energy went up 13%. Yeah. So that's pretty remarkable.
And also you can see the size of the chakras that are bigger, bigger circles. That means the index, the amount of energy that has been increased, boosted in each of those chakras.
So it's talking specifically about the chakras, but it's also talking about the organs that relate with each of these chakras.
Yes.
So it's showing, that there was a great increment of energy inside of not just the energy centers, being the chakras, but also the organs related to those centers.
And here you can also see that this is after the process, how all the scale is showing that is in optimal state. You see, emotional pressure, the person is not calm, is not stressed, is just optimal. In energy, also optimal. You see, in the optimal place, it's not lower or heightened. No, it's just optimal. The left and right symmetry of the body also returns to optimal. Organs balance, the way how the energy is distributed throughout the organs is also optimal. That's what we see.
Everything.
And never is decreased. It's always optimal and improving And this is the brain waves that this is the energy field. You see before and after. Before it was more holes and separations.
Yeah, you can see kind of here the area. There's just separations and spaces between those sort of big spikes of energy.
Yeah, and after
on the right side,
there is more energy joules, and also the balance is better. 94%, and before it was 76%.
Yeah.
So is increase of energy and balance of the energy field. This is before and after, as you can see in the picture. Yeah. And this is what happens in the brain waves. As I mentioned before, experiments that have been done with these techniques to see how they altered our brain waves state. And you can see alpha increase, massive voltage increase. This is, as I told you, I reached the state of hypercoherence. That was the first time that these doctors were able to see it in a human being. That was in the Netherlands. And as you see, not only that, but the experiment showed that I reached such a higher peak that I create like an octave. You see this small peak here is like a octave of the brainwave of the alpha. That was something that it was mind blowing. Yeah, that was like some never seen before for them. So that's why I'm recommending you to watch the full video on YouTube about the experiment. Yeah.
When Akahi talks about hypocoherence, it means that all of the areas of the brain connect at one time.
Yes.
That's what that means, which is really unique and hardly ever happens.
And the thing is, like, people cannot do it at will, it's impossible to do it at will.
Well, it has been impossible to do it at will until now that we're showing that it is possible.
And you can also learn, experience this state of hypercoherence with the techniques that we want to teach in the process. So,
we've talked about the definition of breatharianism. So I think that you guys have a really clear understanding of what we are referring to here. And so some of the life-lasting benefits that we have experienced and that we see our clients experience are integral health and happiness, which is something that I think every human being strives for, and this is achieved. Food freedom, which is this ability to create a new relationship with the food, with nourishment, to not be emotionally controlled by the food or psychologically controlled by the food, but rather feel like you have a harmonious and beautiful relationship all around pleasure. So really connecting to the pleasure, the stimulus of the senses that the exploration of food and chewing and tasting and smelling and nourishing gives you. And we also see incredible incrementation of energy. So really people who have suffered with fatigue or low energy levels, experiencing really boundless energy. So having energy to do the activities that you want to do, play with your kids, go out on a date, all those things that really make life very rich and fun, having the energy to do them. Faster healing and recovery time. So this we've seen in people who have been sick with illness or even like a cold or a virus, that the immune system is much stronger, and so its ability to bounce back is much greater. So those colds or viruses where maybe they lasted a week before, now they last, 24 hours. And this also goes for people who are athletes, people who like to work out or do sort of extreme sports or weightlifting. We ourselves like to go to the gym, and we're doing weightlifting right now. We're building our muscles. And so we also see how, as we practice these techniques, our recovery time, the amount of time that we're sore for is, so much less. Through these practices and this process, these techniques, we can take back the control of our life. Feel like we have control over our thoughts, over our emotions, over the things that we give power to in our life. And this is important. This is incredibly important for lasting success, because if we are feeling out of control in life, we're always feeling in a state of lacking, or like we're trying to catch up. Once we take back the control of our life, we are able to enter into a state of abundance where we feel freedom to create new things. Like we're not playing catch up, but like we're already there, and now we get to enjoy life. This is really, really important. We get to align with our true potential, to really get to know who we are, understand our talents, our gifts, and begin to put those into practice. And all of these things help us reach a tangible state of enlightenment and higher consciousness, not just a state that's for select individuals or spiritual masters, but no, really understanding that enlightenment is here and now, and it's tangible for all of us, that we can be a part of society, our families, in the relationships that we have, and be living from a place of higher consciousness, of greater awareness. Yeah, these are some amazing benefits that we see all of the time through being breatharian.
Among many others,
Yeah,
physical healings are very tangible in this process as well. And what are the cons?
Yeah, so we've kind of put together some of the things that could be perceived as like negative, but this would be maybe from a perspective that's not totally clear on what breatharianism really means. Okay, so what would that look like? One of them could be the misinterpretation of what breatharianism is and how it works. So, of course, if you're not really understanding what it is, or you're still thinking that breatharianism means that you can never eat again, or that you have to only drink juices, or that, you know, any sort of stigma or rule behind it, you're not understanding how it really works, then yeah, that's going to be a negative. If breatharianism makes you form an unbalanced belief system, like feeling like you can't partake in social settings, you can't be a part or be around people who are eating certain things, feelings of shame or guilt when you do eat or feel the desire to. Again, all of this comes back to a total wrong understanding of what breatharianism means. So if you find yourself feeling shame or guilt when you want to eat something, or when you do give in and eat something, then it shows that, you know, you're not truly understanding this state, because this is a state of freedom. It's not about getting into a really confined box of diet. This is about letting all of those beliefs go. Believing that food freedom means only not eating. So again, to clarify, that food freedom means that you have the freedom to enjoy as your body guides you, that you are in control of that experience also. And food freedom, again, is not about being free of food. It's about having the freedom to choose how you want to enjoy your life. Then another con could be not fasting safely. So this is also really important. Fasting is an amazing tool. It's a self-healing, empowering, incredible tool, but only when we do it in the right way, under the right circumstances, in the right environment, when we set ourselves up for success. If you're going into a fast thinking like, I'm going to do this fast because I'm going to become a breatharian, and that means I'm not going to eat anymore, you're going to be stressed out during the fast, you're going to be having all kinds of detox symptoms, and that's not the way. Fasting safely means that you are flexible with how your body's feeling. You're going to respect the guidance of your body. When maybe the detox symptoms get too strong, you're going to bring it back. You're going to drink some water. You're going to have some juice. You're going to respect your body and understand that your body is going to be the messenger to let you know if you're doing it right or if you're doing it wrong. So fasting safely would look like doing it with us. No, it would look like being in an environment that is comfortable, safe,
and guided also, because you can have all kinds of thoughts maybe arising, you know, and you need some person that has done it before, that has experienced those thoughts, those purification symptoms, and were able to deal with those, and from that experience is able to accompany you also and to give you some clues for you to understand those factors as part of your healing. Yeah, so definitely fasting safely also requires to fast. If you want to do it one time, do it well done with someone that really has experience. Yeah? So you are safe with that person. Because I have seen people that they put themselves into fasting just by watching videos or reading books, and they don't know how to connect with their bodies to understand the boundaries of their bodies when their body's telling, okay, that's enough, and they push too hard. And then if they are not aware, they can create damage to their body, like a permanent damage that maybe is irreversible. So when you are guided with us, we have done this for hundreds of groups, thousands of people, and we have seen all levels of healing, we have addressed all circumstances related to a guiding of fasting. You know that you have this kind of expertise surrounding you, to accompanying you, so that you can understand your body and connect into that higher power of your body that is, and make of this a wonderful memory of success, of connection, of evolution, a memory of enlightenment that really will change your life forever, instead of putting yourself into a fasting that maybe is going to leave you with a bad taste on your body, and maybe
or lasting damage
to your body. Yeah, and I tell you this because sometimes people is very fanatic, very obsessed about healing or detoxing, and they put their bodies into danger sometimes to try to achieve purification. And that's not the case here. Here is the case about love, about loving our body and respecting our body boundaries. Of course, we are going to joyfully push the flexibility, explore the flexibility of our limits, but not try to break or go beyond what our body is telling us to. Always respecting our boundaries, and with joy, with connection, we are always, also as a group, as a team, because we want to be listening to what you say in Italy, listening to what Maria or anybody else say in other parts of the world, and listening to their purification, hearing how they are going on. It's going to also reflect on you, how your process is going. So this is also important, the coaching, because we can connect through our questions, through our chatting, and see how we all are doing. Definitely. And reflect to those conversations, and together heal, and that's powerful as well.
Collective healing, yes. So any breatharian program that maybe makes you feel any of these things, you will know that it's not for you. It's not true breatharianism, okay?
Yeah, so in this webinar, in this training, you're going to learn how to turn on your pranic engine to be able to nourish of energy. And you will learn the most proven techniques to increase your light percentage in your body. Light, energy, oxygen, prana percentage. You also want to learn how you can heal your body with this formula of prana, breath work, and fasting.
You will definitely firsthand experience the amazing power of conscious pranic breathing. And like we've talked about, you'll learn how to fast properly to detox in your physical body, your mind, your soul, how to establish a lifelong connection to source energy. You will also, in your own experience, understand and see how the pranic lifestyle really does accelerate the evolution of consciousness. And you're going to learn all of our secret breatharian techniques that we have been personally practicing and teaching to thousands of people for the last 11 years all over the world.
Yeah, and always we're going to have Q&A sessions to share all your thoughts. Yeah. So to convert to breatharianism, you are in the right steps. You have connected with a real experienced teacher, that's us. You always should be honest with your intention. For example, for us, for Camila and I, our intention when we started this path was healing, was purification, to gain clarity in our lives, for us to have the right ideas, the right energy, so that we can continue happy, healthy, and strong. Yeah. So it was about healing. Yeah. Also, be honest with your own intention. What you want. You want to heal something. You want to connect with yourself. You want to access new states of your being that lead you to a better version of yourself. Be honest with yourself. Yeah. Allow it to be natural. Don't force. Let prana come to you and occupy your body instead of you forcing you to connect. Prana is intelligent, and as soon as the energy knows that you are open, that you are ready to integrate it into your being, it will connect in a higher level. Do it to power up your health and consciousness so that you have these amazing intentions that bring well-being to you. Stay always clear that pranic lifestyle is not to stop eating, but will potentially change how you enjoy food. And you have to sign up for a process that guaranteed you success. So join the 8-day process online or a live retreat. Do we want to have a retreat in next week also here in California?
Yeah.
People from all over the world is coming.
Yeah, so those of you who are joining us online or those of you who are considering joining us, we will be online with an amazing group of people all over the world. And at the same time, we are receiving a beautiful group of people here in Guerneville, California, really close to our home, to share the 8 days with them in person. So we'll be all connected, online, in person, making this amazing group experience, family, life upgrade.
And all of this is to experience the connection to source. That is what all the greatest masters of the earth have been able to achieve through fasting and through conscious breathwork and deep meditation. 8 days is a tremendously immersive experience deep into this force of energy. So you're going to experience this connection and make it permanent. As these masters around the world were able to achieve, cultures that were able to guide us, and they were there still here to remind us that this is possible. And also scientists that are now showing to the world that this energy exists and that we can channel it to make it physical and accessible to all of us, to technology and also into our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So pranic nourishment is the next step of evolution. And what are the symptoms that you can experience in the breathing techniques?
You can experience amazing, strong flows of energy, happiness, excitement, a state of awakening or enlightenment that's really tangible, connection to the universe, energy, vibration, or tingling, maybe heat, just different sensations within the body that show you that there is energy moving and blockages being dissolved. You can experience visions, kind of like glimpses of, visions that are unique to you. Light and colors in the third eye area, kind of a decalcification or activation of the pineal gland. You can also experience a few seconds, maybe just short period of some lightheadedness as you experience a really greater amount of oxygen through your body. You will absolutely experience improved and effortless breathing. So whereas before may have been forced breathing or shallow breathing, you will exercise your lungs and your rib cage so that breathing becomes something effortless, and however you were doing it before is improved. Deep peace in mind, body, emotions, and soul, and you will find that it's effortless, really easy to enter into a deep state of meditation. Some sort of symptoms of the energy perception techniques that we share. So we share breathing techniques, and we also share techniques that are energy perception techniques, where we learn to channel the prana, the pranic frequencies through our body, through our hands, for our own healing and the healing of others. You learned this during the 8-day process, so we want to share a little bit about what you could experience during that lesson. So some of these things would be a very subtle flow of energy in the body. Again, you might experience some temperature changes in the hands or in any part of the body. You can also feel an energy current flowing through the spine, or like a kundalini awakening. The natural connection to the universe through these really simple steps that will give you energy, vibration, or tingling throughout the body, or also in the hands where you're specifically channeling that energy. Something remarkable is also the readjustment of the bone structure. We see this time and time again, how space is created in the skeletal structure of the body, where people were once in a very contracted and tense state. As this energy enters and relaxes the body and the nervous system, bones are actually realigned. You can experience an emotional release as those deep-seated emotions were held and are now being able to release and let go of that stress within the body. You can experience a release of those emotions. You'll also feel energetically grounded, so centered here, both feet firm on the ground. Compassion and love for yourself and for others, and a connection with your energetic self. Sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, and it's also so amazing.
But yeah, it's also super fun and
Yeah.
so natural that
And
you just feel it, and
easy.
it's like, well, it's already happening, but
Yeah.
easier than what we expected.
Yeah.
Perfect, my loves. So also, to make it short, yeah, here, for example, some techniques for health and consciousness. Also, symptoms of the pranic fast. Okay, let's go into this part because this is important.
Oh, yeah.
So in the pranic fast, you can feel lightness, like you feel more light because you are releasing energy that is leaving your body, yeah? Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual purification, a deeper connection and relationship with the body. As we fast, always we turn to connect more with our body and understand what our body really likes and what our body doesn't like anymore. And this evolves into a more grounded connection, communication with the body. Surfacing of energy blockages that are ready to heal. So it's potentially while you are fasting, you might feel that emotions or thoughts that were very hidden in your subconscious, they potentially will come to the surface for you to finally heal those aspects of you that were very deep hidden in your being. Okay? Freedom of the body from habits and unnecessary necessities.
Yep. So that goes kind of along with the food freedom.
Mm-hmm. And here are some testimonials, just a few of people on our Facebook group that has done the process. As I mentioned, this is happening all the time because in our platform that is 24/7 running around the world, people is doing the process right now at this moment. Okay. And also this webinar, for you that you have signed up for the event, we want to let you know that as you sign up, you have access to all these bonuses. You have the 8-day process, that is my online course of the 8-day process. Access to that course, you have also access to Camila's course, the Pranic Woman program, that is a 4-week program, all on video in our platform. And as well, you have access to the full collection of breatharian meditations for living on light, 3 amazing sessions recorded with high quality sound and music created from a musician from Australia, especially for us. And as well, you have access to the book in which you have all the steps of the process and the story about the process and how all this amazing journey of pranic evolution has taken place in us. Yeah. And if you are not signed up yet, you have your last chance here with us to access this amazing bundle that includes the live training with us.
From November 9th to 16th.
Yes, next Saturday, starting at 8 a.m. You get the full training with us via webinar at the same way how we are doing it now. Plus, you get the online course, Camila's online course, you get the MP3 audio sessions for the meditations, and as well the ebook. And not only that, one more amazing bonus is that you get live lifetime access to all this content. So it's not just for 1 week or for 1 month. No, this is lifetime access. So if you are ready to join us, you feel the call, you feel the potential of this program in your being, there is a part of you that says, yes, go for this. This is your time to join us. We are going to present you with this offer that is only for this webinar. And you can sign up in the button that you will see in the webinar jam. And for the participants that maybe want to join us on Instagram,
yeah,
we are going to also put here the link so that you can check it out later and join us in the event. Okay, we're going to set back this in front of the. Okay, how is this? Is moving a little bit. Oh, here. This needs to be tied up. Sorry, guys, on Instagram. We're just tying. Okay, getting this. Can you help me out? Yes, please.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link here, I guess, in the.
You know how to do it?
I just need to copy paste it, I think.
Copy paste it from. You have to enter to. Okay, let me see if you can. Let me see if we can copy here and you can paste it in your phone.
Okay.
Okay, try to see.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, good.
There it is. Okay, so you guys can also access the special promotion that Akahi is mentioning right here in the link that I just put on Instagram. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, good.
There it is. Okay, so you guys can also access the special promotion that Akahi is mentioning right here in the link that I just put on Instagram.
Excellent. So we stopped the slide presentation and now we're here to respond to your questions about this upcoming training. So we're going to check it out, read your comments, read your questions, and respond one by one, okay? As many as we can. Yeah, we don't want to make this so long. It's already 1 hour and 22 minutes, but we are sharing such a wonderful time, really. If you have signed up already, you will get, as soon as you sign up, you are going to get 2 emails. The first email is going to be welcoming you to the event, giving you the link towards the webinar room for you to have it already for next weekend to join us. And then you're going to have also another email that is going to be access to the online platform in which you're going to have the video courses and the bonuses that we just mentioned. Yeah. In that mail is going to come with your password and your username for you to access the online platform of our training classes. And then you can also change your profile name or password if you want, okay? So as soon as you sign up, stay aware of the emails coming into your inbox. And if for certain reason they are not in your inbox, check in your spam because sometimes they can go into the spam box as well, okay?
So good. We have some questions here, loves. Thanks for your beautiful comments. We love you all so much. We're just so blessed to be here with you. Marianne is asking, because the sessions begin in Holland at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, is it better to begin a day later with the replays in the morning? I would say that this is kind of a personal preference. Oftentimes people who are in Europe will just stay along with the schedule that we have and just kind of resolve to go to bed a little later and have a different kind of schedule those days. So it really depends on you, what kind of experience you'd like to have, if you'd like to be live with us
I recommend
on
that,
the
yeah.
sessions, or if you don't mind following on the replays. So
if you have the chance to be with us, actually we are trying to plan it at that time, because we normally know that people finish work around 5 or at that time. So if you can join us in Europe at that time and be with us in the live, will be better, because then we can respond your questions. We can together accompany you more in person.
you also feel really part of the group, and
of course, you want to feel the same with the replays, because you want to feel, what we have shared with the group and everything, and you can watch it at your own time. But of course, it's always better if you can be with us and try to make your time from 5 p.m. in Europe until 10 p.m. will be, because it's 8 a.m. in California, but it's 9 hours plus, so it will be 17, that's 5 p.m. And it's 5 hours that we're going to share together, so that's until 10 p.m.
10.
So if you can do from 5 to 10 p.m. in Europe and join us and give yourself that time to be together and sharing and participating with people from all over the world, and the way how we are sharing now also in the chat. And also know that via platform that we are using, that is Webinar Jam, we can also connect via camera. So if you want to show up in the camera, you want to make a question about anything or share any story or any realization that just came out of your being, you can also broadcast your camera and share with us your thoughts about the process.
Which is really also a fun part of this. Great. So Angela, hello beauty. I am a holistic nurse and have taken your breatharian healing process classes. Wonderful. Yes, I know. The techniques are so amazing. I signed up for a personal session. If I decide that I need a second personal coaching session, is that possible to do at any time during the process? Great. I see other people have a similar question as well with the private session. So yes, we have an online scheduler, and I believe, has that been sent out, or we'll send it out?
Potentially, as you reserve the session, then you're going to receive an email that says, okay, choose your schedule for your session. Okay.
But yes, as long as there's still available slots in the calendar, then you can definitely select to have another private session during the 8 days.
Yes.
And you can choose if you like to have with either one of us. Hello, Anna. I'm dreaming to do this pranic fasting and breath work with you guys. Wonderful. I hope you will join us. I hope that you're going to join us.
And you know that our work is so amazing, that has touched so many thousands of people, because it's not just us, but for example, now other people is teaching our work. Like, for example, you have heard about Audra Bear. She took our training with us in Costa Rica on March of this year. And she went viral a few weeks ago. She went viral in a lot of media outlets. And now she's also sharing this amazing breathwork, consciousness, and breatharian concept at her way via social media. And for us, that's beautiful to see how our work touches other people that can touch other people as well. And the ripple effect is growing other way.
And there's so many people.
And not only here, there's other people as well, in Israel, in the Netherlands, in Italy, that they have taken our work and they are using our techniques to deliver, to share, to communicate to their communities this amazing potential that we have.
Hi, Rebecca. Already signed up. I'm very excited, but sadly scheduled to work every day during the process. Oh, man. I guess I will just have to watch the replays. Regardless, this is a blessing. Thank you so much for offering this wonderful opportunity. Oh, wonderful beauty. So don't worry. Just join on the replays and you will still have the same amazing experience.
Yes, this is crazy, because sometimes people ask me, Akahi, but it's going to be the same if I only watch the videos on the online course. And after watching the first video, they're like, wow, this is like so amazing. It's happening. It's because the energy that we have tapped in is embedded in the videos, is embedded in our sessions, in the work that we do. So it flows through everything that we have created. And the video course is our creation. So it has our energy embedded, and people can feel it via the videos. So for sure, you're going to experience the same powerful benefits by watching the videos.
Hello, Livia. Just finished 9 days of water and 12 days of juices 2 weeks ago. I stopped because I lost too much weight. In yesterday's video, I liked unhealthy, and before the fast, I was eating healthy, mostly fruit and green veggies. Yes, so I think that this case that you're describing is something so common when we maybe don't know the best way to fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few things that we could talk about here, but for us, it took us, I don't know how long to gain our weight back.
1 month,
Yeah,
2 months,
I think
drinking
maximum
lots. Yeah.
2 months.
But
yeah.
here, for example, what I see is that you have fasted for too long, maybe.
Mhm.
You see, so you lose too much weight because, as we talked with Camila, we have to know when is the boundaries of our body. When we don't need to push our body in such extreme state of deprivation of nutrients. Yeah, and also the breath work is important to add. So I think that we have to be more gentle with yourself and not take it too serious, not push too much, be kind with yourself. Purification is about love. When you connect with your source of love, healing takes place in short time and beyond what we have been always wanting to experience. Yeah, and that's what should be all your intention when you fast, to connect with your source of love, to love yourself. And that also requires to listen to your body when it is time to stop and to stay in the safe zone.
Yeah, exactly. I think that if you decide to take the process with us, you will see the difference. I know that you will see the difference between what will happen during the 8 days and the juice fasting and the optional dry fasting, as opposed to what you experienced in your water and juicing fast. Definitely, there are a lot of details that go into making this. The breath work, yes, but also a lot of mindset, affirmation type nourishment, and other details that really make this experience of fasting so much different than just regular water fasting or juice fasting.
Now that we talk about fasting, also let's talk a little bit about how the 8 days are going to be developed in the fasting process of it. Yeah. So for example, there is 8 days. Yeah. The first day is going to be in which we are going to eat salads, eat fruits, drink juices, tea, water. So in this first day, we focus in the physical body. That's why we are still eating those living foods like salads and fruits and drinking juices. Yeah, choose to eat or to enjoy the best for you in that day. Yeah, and through that action of food, is like you are saying bye-bye to this connection with the food that you had until that moment, but you are saying bye-bye to that connection in a healthy way, eating healthy foods in the first day of the process. Yeah. In the second day of the process, you are going to start only then drinking juices. Only fruits or veggie juices, the one that you like the most, and also always choosing those fruits that you like, the colors that you like, so you can enjoy the drinking day in the second day. Okay, so it's a juice fasting in the second day. Then in the third day is when the optional period of dry fasting takes place, and you can decide if you want to have 1 day of dry fasting, 2 days, or 3 days of dry fasting. Yeah, and we're going to be with you, helping you to go for the first day together, breathing for you to believe in yourself, giving you the techniques for you to feel energy throughout the day, so you can complete the first day and feel that everything is okay, that you succeeded. And that is going to give you power to continue for the second day of dry fast if you want to do it for the second day. Yeah. If you feel, okay, that was okay 1 day, I feel that I did it, that was my goal, 1 day I did it, and now I'm going to start drinking juices, that is perfect. Okay, you have that freedom. That's why we teach you to connect with your body and listen to when is the time to start drinking. Yeah. But if you feel to continue for a second day dry fasting with our techniques and the whole group, you go for it. You're going to notice that you can do it because the techniques give you that power and that mental stability for you to be fearless and to go forward, okay? And you're gonna finish the second day, and you're gonna notice that you only have one more day left to complete the 3 days of dry fast. That is like the maximum time that we can dry fast in this process, yeah? And only if you feel strong to do it, that you potentially will feel, because mostly everybody does it, you're gonna continue to the third day, breathing with us, and we're gonna drink in the coaching session of the 5th day.
Yeah.
You understand? So first day, fruits, salads. Second day, juice fasting. Third day, fourth day, 5th day is the period of dry fasting that you can choose to do 1, 2, or 3 days. And then in the 5th day, we want to drink together in our coaching session after we finish the second session of breathwork. You got it? And then the day 6, the day 5, you continue drinking after that. And then the day 6, you continue drinking again, water. You can begin to add more like diluted juices to start refreshing your body with healthy liquids, new information through the liquids. And then the day 7, you can begin to have more dense juices, smoothies, and begin to integrate more solid foods, preparing your body to go back to eat after at the way it feels the best. Yeah. And in the day 8, you can go back to eat some fruits, some salads, drink some tea, juice, to put your body again into that state of being able to eat, and to understand that doesn't matter if you eat or not, the connection with the prana has been already established. Mm-hmm. And this is like the seal. It's like really guaranteeing us that the connection is beyond us eating or not. And that's what for us, that's the true pranic state, in which you are connected and you can eat or not, but the connection is still there permanent. Okay? So that is going to be, so as you see, it's like a wave. We start from eating some fresh salads and fruits, and then we go to juices, and then to dry, and then again to juices, and again to eat. Mm-hmm. But as we do this, there is a complete calibration of the body, a complete reprogramming and purification in deeper levels of the being, reaching the nervous system, the cellular structure, and the cellular memory. Okay, so that's how the fasting will occur.
Excellent. So Asa, I believe maybe your question was answered about, because you have to work also, do you recommend to create one's own time schedule? So we talked about that. I think that you know. Hello, Margareta. Thank you, Camila and Akahi, for your loving and vibrant energy and for your time. Oh, it's such a pleasure, Beauty. I look forward to be with you and the group for the 8 days online, but live, and to learn, wake up the awareness of breathing above all. And why I am here is for support, to maintain in the breatharian state of being. I just feel like I need that supportive energy and environment from you and a group of like-minded people. So really, I can't wait to start. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful, Beauty. Yes, well, you will definitely feel a part of this beautiful family and have so much support, lasting support. And you are asking, we will have one session with Akahi during the process. Is that correct? What is the difference between one-on-one coaching session and a private coaching session?
It's the same. No
They are
difference.
the same, yeah. And then if you're asking if you will have one session with Akahi during the process, do you mean a one-on-one session? The sessions are additional, so those you would have to schedule separately. You will receive all of the sessions with us, but the one-on-one coaching or the private coaching, they're the same. Is something additional. We have a separate link to schedule and to reserve your time slot. So, yeah, because it's a private session. Yeah. Good. So yes, Asa, we recommend that you just create your own schedule if you have like a sporadic working during those days. Yes, you have lifetime access to the online courses and portals. Wonderful. Ilse, you did not receive my course. Okay, we're going to check on that and make sure that you get that.
Yeah, after this, we want to check everything. Even that is automatic, but if for certain reason, we want to just click the buttons and deliver to all of you at the same time all the content, because we can do so. Okay.
David, hello. Does the breathwork impact weight and the ability to train physically? Also, the sun, such as gazing, it becomes very cold and dark in Sweden. So personally, I find that I have always been an athlete. When I was younger, I was a gymnast, I played volleyball, I was a swimmer, and all my life I've been enjoying now like yoga, and I go to the gym and I like to do some weight training. So I find that the breath work actually contributes to that. It makes it easier, and it makes it, even a little more fun. Before, when I didn't have that in my sports and in my training, I would like get tired or feel like, when is it going to be over? But now I find that I just kind of get lost in my reps and I can just keep going. And so I find that the breath work definitely helps our ability to train. In terms of like helping us gain weight, I think this type of breathing helps us to retain nutrients and nourishment even more, helping all of our cells receive whatever type of nourishment we're giving to them. So definitely the body becomes more receptive and can like weight gain better or muscle build even better. Yes. And then, sun gazing, while yes, it is a beautiful practice and it's really powerful, I wouldn't say that it's like necessary for your survival or success, So in the winter months when maybe it's a little colder and days are longer, we experience that here in California, but not as much in the Nordic countries. You find other ways to be stimulated through the energy. I think that the breathing can also take the place of sun gazing, because we can find that inner source of energy. We can become our own sun, if you will. And this is also really empowering and very powerful. Wonderful. Anna, you are signed up. Wonderful. Yes, Rebecca, we will get you the course. No problem. Bessie, do you recommend the 8-day process be done while resting or not working? And is it possible to do while working? So either way, we know that 8 days is a significant amount of time to take off of work or your regular responsibilities. So in all reality, it's more likely that you will find yourself doing some sort of responsibility during those 8 days. And that's okay.
That's okay. That's what we have created, so that you can continue with your daily life and make this part of your life. So don't necessarily have to go away and separate and then come back and found a different place and adjust to your home. But instead, you are bringing this into your home and making it part of your life.
Yes. Wonderful.
Want to read some also Instagram?
One second. Melissa, you said, how will the channeling video be sent? The one that I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar. No, it's not a video that we'll be sending you. We just mentioned that you can look on YouTube for this video. It's already on YouTube. So if you just search Michelle Karen
on Akahi's 8-day process.
Yeah. So, hey beauties here on Instagram, we have not very many questions, but yes, definitely. Momo said that was very informative and lots of smiley hearts and faces. So thank you for joining us, beauties.
Excellent time with all of you, my loves. So this is the last call to join us. We are about to end this webinar. We have introduced you to the amazing 8-day process that is going to start next Saturday, 8 a.m. from California, 5 p.m. in Europe. We're going to be 8 days together, immersing ourselves into the full potential of the pranic energy, fasting in a wonderful group. to recalibrate all our health towards absolute strong health and happiness.
Yes, we can't wait to be with you for these amazing 8 days. For those of you who are still deciding, should I do it? Should I not do it? Do it. Definitely do it. You will absolutely not regret this at all. The tools and the practices that you learn during this course will stay with you. They will become a part of you. So if you have been looking to be happier, to feel more energy, to feel more spark and inspiration toward your life, if you have been wanting to feel more love in your family, with your partner, for yourself, this is it. You know, really, we so often search for those things outside of ourselves, in all sorts of ways, you know, buying a membership to this place, going shopping over here, you know, trying to find little ways to make ourselves feel better, but it's all inside of us. And so we can get to the root of the memories or the traumas, we can heal and we can access a greater source of energy just right now inside of us. I mean, I think that's invaluable. And then we will have so much abundance, time, energy, love, happiness for all of the things that are really important. So yeah, join us. We would love to be here with you and really share this amazing experience together.
Yes, thank you so much for being with us today, here right now, accompanying us and connecting with all the group. Is going to be amazing, like a family gathering together. There is the link of the videos. Baseline has pasted there for all of us in the chat, so you can check it out.
Wonderful.
And also go and look for testimonials of people that have taken our work, and so you can know that this is for all of us. Okay. Again, thank you, and we'll see you in the next time, the next webinar. Ciao.
All love, beauties.
Bye, loves. See you on Saturday.
See you soon.
Ciao.